Let's start with chapter 1 of the book The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. The treasure house within you. You have infinite riches within your reach. To gain them, all you have to do is open your mental eyes and behold the treasure house of infinity within you. There is a storehouse within you from which you can extract everything you need to live life gloriously, joyously, and abundantly. Many people are unaware of their own potential because they do not know about the storehouse of infinite intelligence and boundless love within themselves. Whatever you want, you can draw it forth. A magnetized piece of iron will lift about 12 times its own weight. But if you demagnetize this same piece of iron, it will not even lift a feather. In the same way, there are two types of people. Those who are magnetized are full of confidence and faith. They know they want to succeed and win. Others, so many others, are demagnetized. They are full of fears and doubts. When an opportunity comes, they say, "What if I fail? I might lose my money. People will laugh at me." People of this sort will not get very far in life. Their fear to go forward makes them simply stay where they are. You can become a magnetized person when you discover and put to use the master secret of the ages. So, what is master secret of the ages? Suppose someone asked you to name the master secret of the ages. What would you answer? Atomic energy? Interplanetary travel? Black holes? No, it is not any of these. Then what is this master secret? Where can one find it? How can it be understood and put into action? The answer is extraordinarily simple. This secret is the marvelous, miracle working power found in your own subconscious mind. This is last place most people would look for it, which is the reason so few ever find it. The marvelous power of your subconscious. Once you learn to contact and release the hidden power of your subconscious mind, you can bring into your life more power, more wealth, more health, more happiness, and more joy. You do not need to acquire this power. You already possess it. But you will have to learn how to use it. You must understand it so that you can apply it in all departments of your life. If you follow the simple techniques and processes explained in this book, you can gain the necessary knowledge and understanding. You can be inspired by a new light, and you can generate a new force that enables you to realize your hopes, make all your dreams come true. Decide now to make your life grander, greater, richer, nobler than ever before. Within your subconscious depths lie infinite wisdom, infinite power, and infinite supply of all that is necessary. It is waiting there for you to give it development and expression. If you begin now to recognize these potentialities of your deeper mind, they will take form in the world without. Provided you are open-minded and receptive, the infinite intelligence within your subconscious mind can reveal you everything you need to know at every moment of time, any point of space. You can receive new thoughts and ideas, bring forth new inventions, make new discoveries, create new works of art. The infinite intelligence in your subconscious mind can give you access to wonderful kinds of knowledge. Let it reveal itself to you, and it will open the way to perfect expression and true place in your life. Through the wisdom of your subconscious mind, you can attract the ideal companion as well as the right business associate or partner. It can show you how to get all the money you need and give you the financial freedom to be, to do, and to go as your heart desires. It is your right to discover this inner world of thought, feeling, power of light, love, and beauty. Though invisible, its forces are mighty. Within your subconscious mind, you will find the solution for every problem and the cause for every effect. Once you learn to draw out these hidden powers, you come into actual possession of power and wisdom necessary to move forward in abundance, security, joy, and dominion. I have seen the power of subconscious lift people up out of crippled states, making them whole, vital, and strong once more. Their minds made them free to go out into the world to experience happiness, health, and joyous expression. There is a miraculous curative force in your subconscious that can heal the troubled mind and the broken heart. It can open the prison door of the mind and liberate you. It can free you from all kinds of material and physical bondage. So what is the necessity of a working basis? If you want to make progress in any field of endeavor, there is an essential first step. You must discover a working basis that is universal in its application. Before you can become skilled in the operation of your subconscious mind, you must understand its principle. Once that is achieved, you can practice its powers knowing the result you will certainly obtain. You can apply this power for the definite specific purposes and goals you want to accomplish. For many years, I followed the profession of chemist. One of the first things I learned in my early training was that if you combine 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 of oxygen, the product will be water. Not occasionally or most of the time, always. If you take 1 atom of oxygen and 1 atom of carbon and combine them, you will produce carbon monoxide, a poisonous gas. But if you add another atom of oxygen, you will get carbon dioxide, a gas that is harmless to animals and vital to plants. These facts are universal and unchangeable. They are what we call principles. The principle of chemistry, physics, mathematics are no different in their working from the principle of your subconscious mind. If you want to make use of chemical or physical forces, you must learn the principle of these fields. If you want to make use of force of your subconscious mind, you must learn its principles. Take the generally accepted principle. Water seeks its own level. This is the universal principle. It applies to water everywhere, at any time, and to all liquids that behave like water. The ancient Egyptians knew this principle. They used it to make foundation of the Great Pyramid perfectly level. Today, engineers use it when planning everything from an irrigation system to an hydroelectric power station. Or take the principle, matter expands when heated. This is true everywhere, at any time, and under all circumstances. If you heat a piece of steel, it will expand. Whether the steel is found in China, England, India, or in the orbiting space station. Matter expands when heated. This is a universal truth. It is also a universal truth that whatever you impress on your subconscious mind is expressed on the screen of space as condition, experience, and event. Your prayer is answered because your subconscious mind is principle, and by principle I mean the way things works. For example, an important principle of electricity is that it works from a higher to a lower potential. You do not change the principle of electricity when you turn on a lamp or cook on electric stove. No, you use the principle. By cooperating with nature, you can bring forth marvelous inventions and discoveries that bless humanity in countless ways. Your subconscious mind is principle. It works according to the law of belief. You must know what belief is, why it works, and how it works. Your Bible says in a simple, clear, and beautiful way, "Whosoever shall say into this mountain, be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whosoever he saith." The law of your mind is the law of belief. This means to believe in the way your mind works, to believe in belief itself. The belief of your mind is a thought of your mind, just that and nothing else. All your experiences, events, conditions, and acts are produced by your subconscious mind in reaction to your thoughts. Remember, it is not the thing believed in, but the belief in your mind that brings about the result. Stop accepting the false beliefs, opinions, superstitions, and fears that plague our humankind. Begin to believe in the eternal verities and truth of life that never change. At any point, you will move onward, upward, and Godward. All those who read this book and faithfully and apply the principle of the subconscious mind that are set forth here will gain the ability to pray scientifically and effectively for themselves and for others. Your prayer is answered according to the universal law of action and reaction. Thought is incipient action, the reaction in the response from your subconscious mind that correspond to the nature of your thought. Fill your mind with the concepts of harmony, health, peace, and goodwill. Wonders will happen in your life. The duality of the mind. You have only one mind, but that one mind possesses two distinct and characteristic functional parts. The frontier that separates the two is well known to students of the mind. The two functions of your mind are essentially different from each other. Each had its own separate and distinct attributes and powers. Many names have been given to distinguish the two functions of the mind. This includes the objective and the subjective mind, the conscious and the subconscious mind, the waking and the sleeping mind, the surface and the deep self, the voluntary and the involuntary mind, the male and the female mind, and many others. All of these, whatever their implications, are recognition of this essential duality. Throughout this book, I use the terms conscious and subconscious to represent the dual nature of your mind. If another set of terms come more easily to you, by all means use it. The important steering system is to recognize and acknowledge the double nature of the mind. The conscious and the subconscious mind. A wonderful way to begin getting to know the two functions of your mind is to think of it as a garden. You are the gardener. You are planting seeds of thought in your subconscious mind all day long. Much of the time you are not even aware of doing so because the seeds are based on your habitual thinking. As you sow in your subconscious mind, so shall you reap in your body and environment. Imagine your subconscious mind as a bed of rich soil that will help all kinds of seeds to sprout and flourish, whether good or bad. If you sow thorns, will you gather grapes? If you sow thistles, will you harvest figs? Every thought is a cause and every condition is an effect. This is the reason it is so essential that you take charge of your thoughts. In that way, you can bring forth only desirable conditions. Begin now to sow thoughts of peace, happiness, right actions, goodwill, and prosperity. Think quietly and with conviction on these qualities. Accept them fully in your conscious reasoning mind. Continue to plant these wonderful seeds of thought in the garden of your mind, and you will reap a glorious harvest. When your mind thinks correctly, when you understand the truth, when the thoughts deposited in your subconscious mind are constructive, harmonious, and peaceful, the magic working power of your subconscious will respond. It will bring about harmonious conditions, agreeable surroundings, and the best of everything. Once you begin to control your thought processes, you can apply the powers of your subconscious to any problem or difficulty. You will actually be consciously cooperating with the infinite power and omnipotent law that governs all things. Look around you. Wherever you live, whatever circle of society you are part of, you will notice that the vast majority of people lives in the world without. Those who are more enlightened, however, are intensely involved with the world within. They realize, as you will too, that the world within creates the world without. Your thoughts, feelings, visualized imaginary are the organizing principle of your experience. The word within is the only creative power. Everything you find in your world of expression has been created by you in the inner world of your mind, whether consciously or unconsciously. Once you learn the truth about the interaction of your conscious and subconscious mind, you will be able to transform your whole life. If you want to change external conditions, you must change the cause. Most people try to change conditions and circumstances by working on those conditions and circumstances. This is a terrible waste of time and effort. They fail to see that their conditions flow from a cause. To remove discord, confusion, lack, and limitation from your life, you must remove the cause. That cause is the way you use your conscious mind, the thoughts and images you encourage in it. Change the cause and you change the effect. It is just that simple. We all live in an unfathomable sea of infinite riches. Your subconscious is very sensitive to your conscious thoughts. Those conscious thoughts form the matrix through which the infinite intelligence, wisdom, vital forces, and energy of your subconscious flow. Shape the matrix in a more positive direction, and you redirect those infinite energies to your greater benefit. Each chapter of this book gives concrete, specific illustrations of how to apply the laws of minds. Once you learn to use these techniques, you will experience abundance instead of poverty, wisdom instead of superstition and ignorance, peace instead of inner strife, success instead of failure, joy instead of sadness, light instead of darkness, harmony instead of discord, faith and confidence instead of fear. Could there be any more wonderful set of blessings than these? Most of the great scientists, artists, poets, singers, writers, and inventors have had a deep understanding of the workings of the conscious and subconscious minds. It was this that gave them the power to accomplish their goals. Once Enrico Casuro, the great operatic tenor, was struck with stage fright. Spasms caused by intense fear constricted the muscles of his throat. His vocal cords felt paralyzed, useless. He stood backstage, already in costume, while perspiration poured down his face. In just a moment, he was supposed to go out on the stage and sing, before an eager audience of thousands. Trembling, he said, "I can't sing. They will all laugh at me. My career is finished." He turned to go back to his dressing room. Then suddenly he stopped and shouted, "The little me is trying to strangle the big me within." He turned toward the stage again and stood taller. "Get out of here," he commanded, addressing the little me. "The big me wants to sing through me." By the big me, Kasuno meant the limitless power and wisdom of his subconscious mind. He began to shout, "Get out, get out, the big me is going to sing." His subconscious mind responded by releasing the vital forces within him. When the call came, he walked out on stage and sang gloriously and majestically. The audience was enthralled. From what you have already learned, you can see that the Kasuro understood the two levels of mind, the conscious or rational and the subconscious or irrational level. Your subconscious mind is reactive. It responds to the nature of your thoughts. When your conscious mind, just like Kasuro's little me, is full of fear, worry and anxiety, the negative emotions these create in your subconscious mind, the big me, are released. They flood the conscious mind with a sense of panic, foreboding and despair. When this happens to you, you can follow the example of great Kasuro. You can speak affirmatively and with a deep sense of authority to the irrational emotions generated in your deeper mind. You can say, "Be still, be quiet, I am in control. You must obey me. You are subject to my command. You can't intrude where you do not belong." You will be fascinated to see what happens when you speak authoritatively and with conviction to the irrational movement of your deeper self. Your mind will be flooded with the harmony and the peace. The subconscious is subject to the conscious mind. That is why it is called subconscious or subjective. Outstanding difference and modes of operation. The conscious mind is like the navigator or captain at the bridge of ship. He guides the ship. He sends order to the men and women in the engine room. They in turn control the boilers, instruments, gauges and so on. The people in the engine room do not know where they are going. They follow just order. They would go on the rocks if the man on the bridge issued faulty or wrong instructions based on his findings with the compass, sextant and other instruments. The people in the engine room obey him because he is in charge, because he is supposed to know what he is doing. The members of the crew do not talk back to the captain, they simply carry out his orders. The captain is the master of ship and his decrees are carried out. In the same way, your subconscious mind is the captain and master of your ship, your body, your environment and all your affairs. Your subconscious mind takes the order you give it, based upon what your conscious mind believes and accepts as true. It does not question the orders or the basis on which they are given. If you repeatedly say to yourself, "I can't afford it," in your subconscious mind takes you at your word. It says to it that you will not be in position to buy what you want. As long as you go on saying, "I can't afford that car, that vacation, that home," you can be sure your subconscious mind will follow your orders. You will go through life experiencing the lack of all of these things, and you will believe that circumstances made it so. It will not occur to you that you have created those circumstances yourself by your own negative and denying thoughts. One Christmas Eve, a young woman named Nina, who is a student at the University of Southern California, scrolled through an exclusive shopping area in Beverly Hills. Her mind was filled with anticipation. She was about to spend the holiday with her family in Buffalo, New York. As Nina passed a shop window, a beautiful Spanish leather shoulder bag caught her eye. She looked at it yearningly. Then she noticed the price tag and gasped. She was about to say to herself, "I could never afford such an expensive bag." Then she remembered something. She had heard me say at one of my lectures, "Never finish a negative statement, reverse it immediately, and wonders will happen in your life." Staring through the glass, she said, "That bag is mine. It is for sale. I accept it mentally and my subconscious sees it too. I receive it. Later that day, Nina met her fiancé for a send-off dinner. He arrived with an elegantly wrapped gift under his arm. Holding her breath, she unwrapped it. There was an identical leather shoulder bag she had looked at and identified as her own that same morning. She had filled her mind with the thought of expectancy. Then she had turned the matter over to her deeper mind, which has the power of accomplishment. Later, Nina told me, I didn't have the money to buy that bag, yet now it's mine. I have learned where to find money and all things I want. That is the treasure house of eternity within me. How her subconscious responded. A few months ago, I received a letter from a woman named Ruth A., who had attended my lectures. She wrote, I am 75 years old, a widow with a grown family. I was living alone on a small pension and social security. My life seemed barren, hopeless. Then I remembered your lecture about the power of subconscious mind. You said that ideas could be conveyed to the subconscious mind by repetition, faith, and expectancy. Could it be true? I decided to try. I had nothing to lose. I began to repeat frequently with all the feeling I could muster. I am wanted, I am loved, I am happily married to a kind, loving, spiritual-minded man. I am secure and fulfilled. I kept on doing this many days a day, many times, for about 2 weeks. One day at the corner drugstore, I was introduced to a retired pharmacist. I found him to be kind, understanding, and very religious. He was a perfect answer to my prayer. Within a week, he proposed to me. Now we are on our honeymoon in Europe. I know that the intelligence within my subconscious mind brought both of us together in divine order. Ruth discovered that the treasure house was within her. Her prayer was felt as true in her heart, and her affirmation sank down by osmosis into her subconscious mind, which is the creative medium. The moment she succeeded in bringing about a subjective embodiment, her subconscious mind brought about the answer through the lack of attraction. Her deeper mind, full of wisdom and intelligence, brought her and her new husband together in divine order. Be sure that you think on this. Whosoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue and if there is any praise, think on these things. Ideas worth remembering. The treasure house is within you. Look within for answer to your heart desire. The great secret possessed by great men of all ages was their ability to contact and release the powers of their subconscious mind. You can do the same. Your subconscious had the answer to all the problems. If you suggest to your subconscious prior to sleep, I want to get up 6 a.m., it will awaken you at that exact time. Your subconscious mind is the builder of your body and can heal you. Lull yourself to sleep every night with the idea of perfect health, and your subconscious, being your faithful servant, will obey you. Every thought is a cause, and every condition is an effect. If you want to write a book, write a wonderful play, give a better talk to your audience, convey the idea lovingly and feelingly to your subconscious mind, and it will respond accordingly. You are like a captain navigating a ship. He or she must give the right orders or the ship is wrecked. In the same way, you must give the right orders, thoughts and images to your subconscious mind, which controls and governs all your experiences. Never use such expression as I can't afford it or I can't do this. Your subconscious mind takes you at your word. It sees to it that you do not have the money or the ability to do what you want to. Affirm, I can do all the things through the power of my subconscious mind. The law of life is the law of belief. A belief is a thought in your mind. Do not believe in things that will harm or hurt you. Believe in the power of your subconscious to heal, inspire, strengthen and prosper you. According to your belief, it is done to you. Change your thoughts and you change your destiny. So is chapter 1 completed of the book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. Beautiful book written by Dr. Joseph Murphy. Thank you.